The girl was surprised to find out that the male demon last night was her own university professor. What's more embarrassing is that the other party seems to have recognized her and specifically named her to answer the question. The words of a 1,000-year party are like flowers on her body. She can only pray madly in her heart that the man didn't recognize her. It turned out that half a month ago, the girl found out that her fiancé had an affair and went to a bar to get drunk. She was so drunk that she couldn't stand still and almost fell down when she turned around. Fortunately, she was helped by a man who was also drunk. Do you want to sleep with me? In this way, the two spent a wonderful night. After that, the girl kept forgetting about that night until the day of the class. She sat in the classroom as usual. The moment she looked up, she saw the professor walking in with a beautiful figure and even a faint smell of blood on her body. It was exactly the same as the man that night. The girl was like a needle in a haystack. Her back was sweating and she didn't wait for him to protect her. The professor's voice was heard again. The girl in the middle of the third row can only answer how to judge whether the corpse was poisoned. The girl's brain is fast moving. She stood up with a calm face, but it's not a fly. She rolled into the kidney and applied the cream to the liver. The toxin solidified the blood. She looked at the color of her face again. She could tell whether the toxin was poisoned or not. You just opened your mouth, didn't you? But I've already answered it. Then the professor took a look at her student ID and asked her to go to the office after class. Although the girl hesitated for a long time, she still went to the professor's office. She was afraid that the professor would embarrass herself on purpose. She didn't expect that the professor would give her a cup of warm water. She looked at the professor's face and said, "Is there anything wrong?" The girl thought that the professor didn't recognize her. She got up in a hurry and was ready to leave, but the professor grabbed her. "Was that night your night?" "Not me. I haven't said which night it was. It must not be me. I remember the moment you put your hand on your back." She saw through it. The girl begged the professor. "That night was an accident. Just pretend that nothing happened. In the future, just maintain a normal teacher-student relationship. She will definitely take her class well and not cause trouble." She said she wouldn't wait for the professor's response. She ran out in a panic. A month passed. The girl was in the hallway. She happened to be passed by the professor. She realized something was wrong. She asked the girl if her aunt had come. The girl was shocked. She suddenly remembered that her period had been postponed for almost 2 weeks. She hurried to the pharmacy to buy a pregnancy test. The moment the 2 red bars appeared, her legs were all soft. Except for that night, she didn't communicate with anyone else. This child must be hers. The girl found the professor with her head and handed over the pregnancy test report. The professor was silent for a few seconds. He said calmly, "You are in your 3rd year now. It's time to focus on your studies. The best choice for this child is to abort." The girl's eyes were red. She could only nod and agree, but it was when she was about to leave. "Abort the choice. Let's get married." But the girl betrayed her ex-boyfriend. Now she has lost confidence in marriage. But the professor firmly expressed that he was different from other men. He didn't smoke or drink. He had a stable job. He had a weekend off and a cold summer vacation. He had plenty of time to spend with his wife and child. The girl felt a sense of security after hearing this. She thought that her parents would be worried if she married Professor Jew. Her parents would be afraid of being exposed. So they decided to marry the professor first. Then they came to the Civil Affairs Bureau to register for marriage. But the professor looked so familiar, so there were some doubts. "Are you sure this is your first marriage?" "Of course it's the first time. You can check it if you don't. Believe me, I feel that you are very familiar with the process. I never make plans in advance. You are an exception." So they got the marriage certificate. The professor took a photo happily.